If you want to trick a genie, then all you have to do is write everything you want down on a piece of paper and then wish for everything on that paper to become true. A rating of 2 stars is worse than a rating of 1 star, because you know whoever rated it actually tried and tested it and they're not a troll or blind hater. Puberty is a human hardware update that we only get the software update for when we're in our 30s. Humans are the only animal smart enough to be able to be dumb and still survive. The times 11:59 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. is easier to understand than 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. Selling your soul to the devil is probably not all that glamorous like in the movies. It's probably super boring, like accepting terms and conditions on an app. We manage to feed 60 billion farm animals, but we fail to feed 7.8 billion people. Sleeping when you're not supposed to is a lot easier than sleeping when you are. The longer a friendship goes on, the more comfortable you are insulting each other. For depressed people, walking around with a mouth covering is a nice way to not have to worry about forcing smiles when you really don't want to. Car engines have gotten quieter, but vacuums haven't. If a Nigerian royal ever gets kidnapped or lost and their only available way to communicate is email, they're screwed. Music from previous eras ago only seems better because only the really good stuff still gets played after so many years. Countries don't want to give up their nuclear weapons for the same reasons citizens don't want to give up their guns. 30 minutes is about 2% of your day is mathematically accurate but somehow seems like asterisk 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 asterisk. When you think of 911, what's your emergency? You'll most likely hear it in the voice of a female. It probably took longer to film the movie Police Academy than it actually takes for a cop to graduate from a police academy. Cookie Monster is our most socially accepted addict. Name a more accepted obsessive-compulsive. Garfield hates Mondays an awful lot for an unemployed house cat. Cremating the Kardashians causes the same environmental damage as burying them. Plastic is an evil which plagues us all, I guess. Mr. Rogers was probably trying to get us to get in the practice of hanging up our coats and taking pride in our appearance by showing us by example hundreds of times. Reflex exists because your brain does not trust the conscious part of it. Human speech cannot be mimicked by apes, our closest relatives in the animal kingdom, but can be mimicked by birds, which we share virtually no commonalities with. From the Stone Age and the invention of language, through every era of human history, humanity has always been plagued by the annoying people who always want to tell you about the weird dreams they had last night. More men would wear condoms if they each had a surprise temporary tattoo inside. The movie Interstellar really was a dramatic departure for Matthew McConaughey. In it, everyone else gets older and he stays the same age. When an earthquake hits a graveyard, then the bones in the coffins make human maracas. If Vlad the Impaler existed in the Cars universe, he'd probably be a forklift. Bear Grylls' cameraman deserves way more credit. Eating an orange peel is weird, but grate it into a dish and it's gourmet. The boomers complaining about millennials wanting participation trophies are the ones who gave them to millennials in the first place. It's nighttime twice a day. It's possible that people have had ideas that could save the world, then forgot ever having an idea in the first place. Psychologists and neurosurgeons are software and hardware engineers for humans. As millennials, we ended up sexualizing things that scared us as kids. i.e. vampires, werewolves, teachers. Nobody wins wars, one side loses more than the other side. When someone wants to sit on a bench next to you, it is considered polite to move over before they sit down but rude to move over after they sit down. Voldemort, one of the most intelligent dark wizards of history, could have killed Harry Potter with a gun or used the Cruciato's curse on him for him to go insane rather than the Avada Kedavra, as he already knew about his mom's protection. The thought that you may have passed a stranger somewhere, sometime, and that may have been the last day that someone was alive. When we're young, staying up late is a sign of maturity. When we get older, going to sleep early is a sign of maturity. If you hear song lyrics a different way, then read the lyrics, you never hear them the old way again. Life is the shittiest birthday gift many of us will ever receive. When it comes to looks, redheads are either a 1 or a 10. Never a 5. Traveling to many countries is not a hobby, it's a privilege to those with a good passport and funds. We're all NPCs in someone else's life. Thousands of Guinness World Records can be broken if more people would try to break them. Red socks getting washed with white laundry and making everything pink isn't as much of a problem as we were led to believe. For many of us, we put on nice clothes with the hopes that somebody else will want to take them off. Tall people are rotating on the Earth's axis faster than short people. If every human being is different and unique in every way possible, there is no real definition of normal. Nobody with an Indian accent will be taken seriously if they work with the IRS. A man-made city is as much part of nature as an ant colony is. Among Us proves that whoever discovers a dead body is the first one to be suspected. When the vast majority of people talk about a successful person, they think of material wealth, rather than happiness. If you wake up to realize that your alarm didn't go off, it's actually very alarming. There's a point when something goes from being cheap because it's old to being expensive because it's old. We just assume our pets have good vision. If Earth suddenly loses all water, we'll all be living on top of giant mountains. The fact that dogs are afraid of getting their nails cut, but never back out when their owner needs help, tells us how brave and loyal they really are. If animals go to heaven too, heaven will literally be crawling with spiders. A sheet of paper is technically a cuboid. All movies are technically based on books since they have to write a script for it first. We are super lucky that don't attach to your clothing and follow you around all day. If all the empty space in atoms was gone, the entire observable universe could fit inside our solar system. If we ever figure out how to transfer knowledge from one brain to another, then the educational system would become irrelevant. Not to mention, life would just be so much easier. In Fallout 4, you never change your underwear in 210 plus years. I'm thinking of starting a cocaine delivery service and calling it Instagram. You don't hate your alarm clock, you hate yourself for setting it. If you believe that you can survive anything life throws at you, you'll only be wrong once. The alphabet song, Baba Black Sheep and Twinkie Little Star all have the same rhythm. Moving to a new house shows how much of the we buy ends up being a useless liability instead of an asset. On your 36th birthday, you'll officially be an adult longer than you were a kid. Nothing says love like a cat ignoring the big pile of fresh clothes you're folding to sit on your lap. There must be countless pictures and videos out there that must have the potential to go viral on the internet, but owner decided against posting them online. We are extremely lucky that water does not expire. In Kung *** Panda Universe Animals, there exists a mosquito who learned Kung *** and is deadly enough to kill you in one strike. The steak that is literally described as done well is what most people think is done worst. Naps feel better on the couch than they do in bed. Newborn shoes are useless. Shoes protect your feet from debris when you walk, and newborns don't walk. Spider-Man was basically the first influencer. His job involves him taking pictures of himself in exchange for money, while also promoting himself.